Hello and welcome to the day ahead. It is Tuesday, April the 22nd. I'm Andrew Gagan. Well, the local share market is set to begin the shortened holiday week higher, with ASX futures up 0.6%. Global equities began the week negatively, with sharp falls on Wall Street as US President Donald Trump launched blistering criticism of Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, threatening the central bank's independence. The S&P 500 closed 16% below its February record closing high, with investors wary of falling further and entering a bear market. First quarter earnings season gathers pace this week, with Mag 7 members Tesla and Alphabet reporting, along with Boeing, Lockheed Martin and 3M. Tesla reversed sharply on reports that the production launch of its modified Model Y has been delayed. And AI heavyweight Nvidia fell heavily on news reports that Huawei Technologies is planning to begin mass shipments of an advanced AI chip to customers in China as early as next month. Analysts now expect aggregate first quarter S&P 500 earnings growth of 8.1% year on year, down from the 12.2% growth projected at the beginning of the quarter. Well, the US economy could slow unless interest rates are lowered immediately, President Donald Trump said, intensifying his criticism of Fed Chair Jerome Powell, claiming that there's virtually no inflation. The president said, with these costs trending so nicely downward, just what I predicted they would do. There can be almost no inflation, but there can be a slowing of the economy unless Mr. Too Late, a major loser, lowers interest rates now, he said in a post on Truth Social. Well, Jerome Powell has maintained that rates should not be lowered until it's clearer Trump's tariff plans won't lead to a persistent surge in inflation. Fed member Austin Goolsbee has warned against efforts to curtail the central bank's independence, saying there's virtual unanimity among economists that monetary independence from political interference, that the Fed or any central bank be able to do the job it needs to do, is really important, adding that in countries where central banks don't have monetary independence, the fact is the inflation rate is higher, growth is slower, and the job market is worse. Well, as well as sending stocks lower, Trump's comments push bond yields higher as investors and analysts mulled if the president has the power to remove the Fed chair. Fed's next meets early May and is widely expected to hold the benchmark interest rate steady. Well, the US two-year Treasury yield fluctuated between 3.72% and 3.79%, while the 10-year rose to 4.41%. And the US dollar has tumbled to its lowest level in 3 years, as investor confidence in the US economy is further eroded over President Donald Trump's attacks on the Federal Reserve Chair. The Aussie dollar is trading higher. And Bitcoin has climbed to around 87,500 US dollars. Well, oil prices fell more than 2% on signs of progress in talks between the US and Iran, while investors remain concerned about economic headwinds from tariffs that could curb demand for fuel. Brent crude futures down 2.5% at $66 a barrel. Copper is off slightly, iron ore rising almost 1% to $99 a tonne, and gold has surged above $3,400 to another record high as the US dollar weakened amid uncertainty over the economic impact of US-China trade tensions. Well, locally this week it's quiet on the data front, with markets open for just 3 trading days in between Easter and Anzac Day. Tomorrow we get the factory and services PMIs for April. Overseas, US PMIs are revealed on Wednesday, along with new home sales in the Fed's Beige Book, and Thursday, US durable goods orders. Today on the corporate front, Yancoal provides a production update and Insurer Tower has an earnings update. That is your day ahead. See you again tomorrow.